Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. I know it's not on the usual Friday date, and that's because today is actually Sunday the 27th, and that means it is my birthday. But you know who else's birthday it is? My favorite person in the whole world, my twin sister Sarah, and what you're watching right now is a speed paint of her birthday gift, and so by this point I would have given it to her. Obviously I couldn't upload this on Friday, if not she would have known what her gift was. I am making a book cover for her novel Animal Hour, which is the most magnificent novel I have ever read, basically. When I'm starting with book covers, I try to start with some sort of a concept, and Sarah has a motif in her book with a cardinal, and obviously there's no cardinals on this book. I was really sad I couldn't find a stock image of a cardinal in particular, but I ran with that idea of birds, and obviously the title Animal Hour is kind of fantastic and pretty appealing, obviously, in terms of the animal imagery. And so I knew I wanted to include birds, and I got this idea of making a bird clock. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with these clocks, like the pool ball clocks where each number, the 1 to 12, is a pool ball. I was getting those vibes, but with birds. And so I found a stock image of this bird illustration, and I thought it was perfect for what I was trying to do. So what I first did is I detached those and I changed the blend mode so you couldn't see the background, and I put them around this circle so that I could get this clock-like look with the use of some guides. I wanted it to look pretty straight. You can see I used the ruler to adjust that. One of the first things that came to me in terms of this design, though, was the red spine. So I knew I wanted a really punchy spine, but kind of a nondescript front cover. I feel like that matches the vibes, the themes of the novel itself. Originally, my idea for this novel was to have animals chasing each other. It wasn't supposed to be a clock. It was going to be these animals chasing each other almost like in a circle of life. I really wanted a tiger on there, but I couldn't find any images to do that, and I'm not good at painting anything that isn't the human face. So I was like, let me try this animal clock thing, and I think it actually turned out really well. And so I'm making this to print it out as a dust jacket, and if you didn't know, sometimes I make dust jackets for my books, and I print them out and I put them on hardcovers I already own of already published books, and then it kind of looks like my book, and it's pretty cool. And so I thought that would be nice to do for Sarah as well. And so if you're wondering how I did that, I will link a video on how I showed you how I make the dust jacket in particular. So obviously I had the spines, I had the flaps, I had the back cover as well, and the front cover to design. And so really the design was really simple, so I was quite meticulous with everything that I chose. I went through probably about a dozen fonts I downloaded and installed to my computer to test them all out. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted on the front. I had an idea that I wanted a serif font, but I wasn't sure what kind. And then I was kind of playing around with a sans serif font, but eventually I landed on this nice blocky font that is on the cover. And the font that's on the spine, actually, I was really debating putting that on the cover. That was my original choice. But then I changed it, and I like the version that I ended up keeping more, but I kept going back and forth, guys. It took so long to pick the fonts, but I'm happy that I did, because looking back on it, I think I made the right choice. So if you are also struggling with picking an element for your book cover, also ask people. I was asking my friend Ashley, hey, which one do you like better? And she was like, I like the combination that I ended up choosing, and I wasn't sure about it. I was like, but what about the other one? But I'm really happy that I had a second opinion, because I think that I made the right choice in the end. So this book cover is really simple. All it is me moving around these birds, and obviously I changed the blend mode on the background, like I was saying, so that it's clear, so I can just move them wherever I want. That was all. It's basically making these birds into a pattern. It didn't take that long. In essence, it doesn't look like it did. It took a long time because I was choosing the right bird, and I was choosing the right fonts and stuff, but really it's just patterns. I ended up doing the flaps as just the bird pattern. I don't usually do any sort of text or photo on the flaps, because the flaps are really just there to anchor the book. They're not actually a part of the dust jackets when I make them, so I never properly design them. So instead I decided to design the back cover like you'd see on a paperback. And so I wrote up a little back summary with help of a summary that I'd written for a Netflix edit that I made for Sarah in the past. She had a summary as well, and I added on to it. And then she had this beautiful excerpt, which I think really hit the head on the nail in terms of like the themes of Animal Hour, which is this gorgeous novel about this woman named Nell who is living in this really judgy neighborhood in the wake of this mental breakdown that she has. And then her older brother comes to live with her, and it kind of turns her world upside down because, I mean, she's already dealing with judgy neighbors. Now she has to deal with her brother, who's like the only sane person she knows. And so it was a lot of fun to make this book cover. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Honestly, playing around with the birds, the colors, I absolutely love how vibrant it looks. If any of you guys saw my bird shirt in my Q&A video, it has bird shirt vibes. So that's the final book cover. So happy birthday to me, and also happy birthday to Sarah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.